Hi everybody, Dan Stolebarger. Time for this week's Middle East update. First things first, right around the corner, we've got Resurrection Sunday. Tomorrow we have Good Friday, but Passover also falls on Good Friday. That always doesn't take place. And so this is the best of seasons, and I wish you greetings, joy, and maybe a time of soul searching. Check out my musings for this week, and I've given a video that if you have a chance to take a look at, I think is very timely and very relevant to Christians, although it is addressed to a Jewish audience. Again, this is the update for the week of April 18th, and you need to go to the website at holygroundexplorations.com in order to access the PDF PowerPoint that accompanies this presentation. There's much more information there. I'm just hitting the highlights. Let's jump right in. News bites. Last Saturday, Israel struck inside of Syria once again in an airstrike, and pro-Iranian militants were killed in this alleged attack. 17 injured. What I've read up to this point, 6 dead. Again, Israel's making it clear that Iran will not have a foothold in Syria. This is going to continue, and this is the red line, and you wonder how long until something major breaks out. There's more information in the PDF about this particular strike. Also, a cloud of rumors began swirling in Israel last Sunday night over the possibility that the remains of the Israeli spy Eli Cohen could be returning home. Our Man in Damascus, an amazing little short book that you need to read concerning Eli Cohen and what he was able to achieve as probably the #1 Israeli spy. Rumors are that Russia has removed the body of this famous spy, but up to this point, nothing is substantiated. And Israel officials are neither confirming or denying, but we will stay tuned. Jared Kushner, because we always focus on this Trump peace plan, has indicated that the Trump peace plan will now be revealed or unveiled after Ramadan in early June. So stay tuned about that. And again, you can read other little bites that I've included there. The Trump deal, by the way, the Israeli news outlets were abuzz on Monday because of the report in the Washington Post indicating that the Trump administration's Middle East peace plan is dropping the idea of a Palestinian state. Nothing is verified at this point in time, but we're hearing more and more that this is going to be a one-state solution rather than two. And obviously, in this next article, Abbas is making it clear that the peace plan, I think it's said, is going to be dead upon arrival or dead upon birth. You need to keep in mind that the reality of these peace plans is that it's not the size of Israel that matters, it's the existence of Israel that's the issue. So, under Olmert, he gave more than what they were asking, and of course, when it came down to the end, they turned that down. So, I do not think that this peace plan has much of a chance of surviving, but we're reading more and more about it. And of course, at this point in time, Abbas he's concerned about world opinion. So here's their new stance. Palestinian Foreign Minister Maliki says that the PA is now prepared to hold an Abbas-Netanyahu summit, but only if Russia hosts the meeting. We have reiterated our readiness and our willingness to President Vladimir Putin that anytime he believes that there's a readiness on the Israeli side, we will be more than ready to come and sit down and have productive talks with Netanyahu. Right. All right, let's move on. Enough of that. Article about social media. It caught my eye that the Disney chief Bob Iger, his comments, he says, Hitler would have loved social media. He goes on to say, we are losing ground. Hate and anger are dragging us towards the abyss once again. Apathy is growing, consuming our public discourse and shaping our country into something that is wholly unrecognizable. Just the sheer angst and anger of different social media posts again indicates that we're spiraling downhill quickly. Found this interesting. We look at the millennials today, and here in America, I think it's a broad stroke, but you could say that politically speaking, the millennials are kind of center-left at this particular time. Quite the opposite. In this article that you'll read, that the Israeli millennials are tilting towards the right, and basically the belief is that they helped elect Benjamin Netanyahu. Take a look at that. There's an article on the Holocaust here. A survey conducted in Canada. Just some highlights of this survey. It's been 75 years after the end of World War II, and 54% of those surveyed did not know that 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust. 62% of millennials, people that were born in the 80s and 90s, did not know that 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust. That's 62%. 22% of millennials haven't heard or are not sure if they've ever heard of the Holocaust. And finally, nearly an alarming 52% of millennials cannot name even one of the 40,000 concentration camps and ghettos that were in Europe during the Holocaust. Again, the final line on this was nearly half, 48%, say something like the Holocaust could happen in other Western democracies today. Sobering thought. A warning from the new commander of the IDF ground forces concerning an outbreak or a war, possibilities of war in the Galilee with Hezbollah. I'll let you read that article. And I've included a map before and after the new U.S. map. You'll see on the right-hand side includes the Golan Heights in this map of Israel. And so I give you the before and after on that. And we have a quote of the week from Moshe Yalan. It reminds me that we do have an Issachar tour that's coming up. And the Issachar tour is September 15th through the 24th. Very excited about this. We're going to put more weight on the Israel of today. We will have guest speakers. And when I saw this quote from Moshe Yalan, I was reminded that in previous Issachar tours that we've had, Moshe Yalan was one of our speakers, along with different people like Mark Regev. We've had Amir Safarti, just a host of very informative Israelis giving you a glimpse of the Israel of today. So pray about joining us. Anyhow, this is Moshe's quote. Today, I do not see the possibility of being able to settle the conflict without defeating the regimes and terrorist organizations that still hold the idea of destroying Israel. You cannot defeat them by withdrawal or by disengagement. Let that one sink in. That's our quote for the week. And again, let me wish you all a happy Resurrection Day. He's risen. He is risen. That's right, indeed. God bless and shalom.